intro a bit better. Alright, where are we at? We are in game already. Yes, that's right, I've already reloaded my game. There we go. Looks like it's dark time for me. What are we doing? Now, I was playing a bit earlier with another friend. He's decided to join the server, a little bit of instructionals on how to do things. A little daunting when you first start playing games like this one. So while he was doing that, I just got the saddle for the bear. Now I did that just by changing, by buying it through the marketplace. It would appear that I need to upgrade, well not to upgrade, but at least repair my axe. My axe is not looking too good. Let's repair that in the dark. Turn this back on, or I can't. Okay, turn it back on while it's dark. Looks like we've got a server save real quick soon too. Put those teeth back in. And we're building something in here. Here we were. We're making a chemistry lab. There we're going to put the chemistry lab too. Let's put it right next to the repair bench. Not real good with interior decorating, as one would expect. I'm going to put that there, put the bucket in there. Oh, where is that? There it is, that's there. So we'll go right next to it. Oh, we won't, because we'll wait for that save to finish. Finish saving my game? Yes, has. Okay. No, still going. There we go. Now she's finished. Alright, let's go have a look. That bear is eating all of my food. I should be giving it things like meat, and it's eating all of my... I can't do it while I'm mounted, I'll get off. All of my fibre I got, he's eating it every minute. And he's still damn hungry. No, he's not really hungry. Why is he still eating it? Let's get it out of here. Sure why he's eating that, because he's thirsty more than anything else by the look of that. Have a look again. Yeah, he's thirsty. What we'll do, we won't mount him again. So we'll put the bucket back in him so I can drink. That's what he does need. Now, can we upgrade this steel to making formulas and tonics? Need to make, let's get out of there, let's go into build blueprints. We need to make some steel formula, so start with having to do a clay jug, and then we go down to making a glass formula, and then we can make steel. So I think we've got enough clay still in our stashy boxy over here. Where is it going to? Stashy boxy over here. Can you upgrade the stash box? You can't. Oh. Alright, 29. We'll grab that stack of 100 odd. And a copper ingot. What did it say when I have a copper ingot to do when I've got? Oh, timber. Timber to upgrade it. So, let's go back in the blueprints. Make ourselves a pot. What do we need for that? Sand. Do I have any sand? Sure, I got lots of sand. I've dug up a heap of sand before. Maybe I chucked it out. No, I've got heaps of sand. Probably not quite enough yet though. How much do we need? 50. Not enough sand. Give me some more sand. 49. Alright, blueprint it up. Bang. Do it. Now, what do we need for that? We need 50 bucks cash, as well as some iron ore and some charcoal. So we're going to sell some stuff to make 50 bucks. So, what have I got that I can get rid of? It's going to give me 50 bucks. Keep doing planks. I don't know what a stack of planks are worth. Now I'm going to need my iron ingots, so I shouldn't be getting rid of that. Get rid of those sticks. Don't need them. Mudstone. Can't do anything with mudstone. I'm not really looking to get romantic with anybody. Rot's not worth anything. I don't know whether I need that sheepskin rug or not. Copper ingot, not worth that much. Let's ship and receive that. Ship and receive. What are those? Oh. Somebody I need to pick up. Ship and receive that. Which one do I have? 25. This is going to give me another 27, so that might give me just over the mark, I think. Anything else I've got any I need? Cigarettes, they're expensive? No. Pine cones, not really. Lead, not really. Ashes, stone, dirt, not really worth much either. Really need to go and find something really valuable somewhere, that's what I need to do. Need that for making the wood. In fact, actually, how's that going? That's something I did too. I made a sawmill. It's currently going at the moment with nothing in it. Let's put something in there. Do some more sawing. We're going to. Did we fix that axe up? I think we did, didn't we? Fix up my axe on my repair bench. So I'm going to cut some more trees down. In the dark. What I might do is I might turn that off. I'm going to go through all of my water and coal. I'm glad you can carry both. Cut some wood. The pit that I'm a bit dark. Let's put this back on. This thing could actually really make its mind up sometimes, I tell you. Don't look too opaque with that colour. There we go. See how that goes. These trees I don't really need in my backyard anyway, because I want to be able to make some other stuff, like a fence line for my bison if I get some later on. Towards. I'm now catching up to where I was previously without streaming, so I'm stuck getting into some areas that I haven't done before. I'll finish this, I'll check out what level I am. I must be approaching 20. Yeah, 21, so I already may already be at a level that I've already been before. Start going to a grey area next, since it will be basically an area I haven't been to in this game. I'm I'm sure I'm only really scratching the surface from what I've seen on some of the YouTubes. I wouldn't mind upgrading this sawmill to a full sawmill, but it needs to have 10 steel ingots, and there's actually quite a lot of mats needed for that. So I'm going to plod along, see how we go making it, because you can't get a steel rock to do it. So it's a combination of both iron ore and coal in order to make steel. So let's have a few hide there. I should probably make some leather out of that. A good idea, I think. How are you dealing with the fact I haven't given you any food for a while? You're like one of those bloody Labradors, just keeps eating. Pig. He gets hungry pretty quick. Downside with him is that get off there. Is that he only eats he eats meat slowly, and he can't do it too any other way, can I? He whips through everything else for some reason, as far as food goes. Again, let's stop doing that. Furnace. Furnace is going off. Like that. Things like burning there. Some more wood. More wood to burn. Here's some of these stumps. Ugly in my backyard. Alright, where are we at? We want to be able to make this thing. Only $50. There we go. Do it. Alright. So now we can make it. Oh, let's see what I run. Gotta stop doing that. You press the right run, you just keep running. Laboratory. Upgrade that. I have to go upgrade, I think, in order to make steel, so I'll upgrade that. In order to make the steel. That's an interesting effect I've got on my eyes there. Let's go and change that, shall we? Okay. Just a little bit too much of the colour key, I think. Too much smoothness there. Close. My eyes are the right colour now. No, they're not. What's going on there? Looking a bit iced over. So that's when a little bit more extra light on there. Look at that. That's funny. How do we overcome that? Too much light. So what if we turn this off? Still looking a bit shady. So see what we can do with the filter. Smooth it right down, I think. Should be right now, I reckon. That's better. Right. Cam overlay, there we go. Yeah, I don't have spooky eyes and more grey hair than I should have. Got enough grey hair, I have to produce more of them with a camera effect. Start panting again. Too much iron. Might make another stockpile just of that coal. Actually. The rest of the wood down here. Geo. Oh, an emerald one. Should burn that. See if I can get any emeralds out of it. We'll see. Stand back, see if it goes bang. See if we get anything special out of this little bugger. Should pop in a minute. There he goes. What do we get? Slade. Bit of a funny one, you just got to walk around until you pick it up. It automatically picks it up. It's slayed with. Got slayed with. 51. Nice, a little bit of extra money. When it says emotions on there, generally means that you can use it to woo a woman. Which I don't have any women in this game, so I can't woo anybody. I'm going to send it off to get somebody else to woo with somebody and get some money for it. Alright, where were we up to? That's right, this was upgrading. Still going? Yeah, 36 seconds, or 32 seconds. Grab that as well, I don't need to use that in a hurry. Did upgrade that, but I need to make some bricks. And what's bricks again? It's like lots of clay, I think. I have to go digging lots of clay. Brick. Yeah, 5 clay to 1 brick. It's a lot of clay. Alright, what can I drop off to go shoveling for a while? I can get rid of that wood. Everything except for the blow darts. I want to keep them on me. Just in case. Keep this little lightweight stuff and get rid of all this heavy here. What we need to do, we'll get those two, that one there, that's got to come off, so we'll get this, chuck that down there. What else do we get rid of? Don't really want dirt either, so let's grab a bit of that, we'll chuck that in the actual, in the bear, I reckon. That's not chucking in the bear, that's throwing up on it. It's not actually, just a weird sound he makes. I'll let you eat that for a while. Might leave these two on you as well if you don't mind. Put the rest on the old thingamabob and go get myself a bit of clay. I'm not going to be able to put it there because I'm full of inside that one, I'm pretty sure. Looks like we're keeping that. Shovel is 8. We don't want red, brown, we want blue. There we are. Subject mayhem. G'day mate. How's your streaming going, fella? I haven't seen any streams for a while. How do you like my new DSLR? You can see all my wrinkles. Got rid of the webcam. It's a little bit too low resolution. Colour was absolutely terrible. Still got to work on my lighting a bit though. Not a bad little clay deposit here. Ah, cool, mate. Good to catch you again. DSLR 72D to 7200 Nikon mirrorless 1080 DSLR. Pretty expensive one, but was sort of inherited. but a lot easier with a green screen and a lot more colour as opposed to the other one as well. Got a little bit sick and tired of how it used to buzz me out, make me look really pale and opaque. Well, I felt that way, but I wasn't really. Yep, using the cam link, but not the same as yours. Mine's one that goes through USB 3 directly from it. Also got the HD60 Pro as well, which is what we're streaming through, which is the capture card internally. I'm not, well, actually I'm impressed with the way it's performing in here. It seems to be seamless through OBS, but I think its primary design is more so to run a console through it, which I don't have any consoles. So I'm thinking I might just swap that out again so I can get full resolution. So I'm not able to play offline games in full resolution on one screen because it's going through the HD60 Pro Elgato. And the max that can do is 920 by 1080, which I'm used to 3160, I think it is, with the full 4K locally. So that's a bit of a disappointment with that, but that's just how it goes. I guess capture cards can't really pull a lot of resolution out without pulling a lot of resources as well. But, you know. The other thing also with Total Annihilation, it doesn't... I'm not sure whether it's something I haven't set up or not, but before I was actually able to run the startup of it, which comes in at I think 640 by 480, which is a real low resolution because it's a really old game. But it was able to come through the OBS and then switch out as soon as I went straight out to 1920 to 1080. But it won't do that with the Elgato. It won't show you any of the menus at low res, but it will certainly run 1920 by 1080. So it has some sort of smart switching issue. It might be something I've done, I don't know, but I've sort of temporarily put TA on the shelf for the same reason. I started playing this one here, which obviously has a little bit newer, what do you call it, menu system. How much clay we got? 82 after all that. We're a long way from how much clay I want. Can't do it, what clay? Give me clay. Over here, a bit further out, eh? Watch keeps going off here. Somebody must be keep texting me. Oh, okay. One of my users on another server needs an update real quick. Yeah, I looked at the 4K one. A little bit too out of budget, I think, for what I want to do. There's no consoles out there that tend to stream 4K really well as far as Australian NBN goes. So I sort of put the stop on that, being it's a what's it, a $300-400 card, even second hand, if you can get one second hand. This one, I think the HD60's about $300 new. I was quite lucky to get this one on what do you call it, on a second hand basis when I did. Looks like I'm out of everything, so I should probably go and get some water before I die. It's starting to affect my health. Wasn't even reading that. Drinky, drinky, drinky. While that's happening, I might need to just do something real quick on the other screen. shoot over and update something for another user. Menu system's very slow on this server. Sort of sucks a bit, but that's life. Alright, I'll let that go for a second. Oh, some, a lot of clay out of the water. Rather noisy, but it works. Okay, that's working, that's good. Let's go back to where we were. Okay. Yes, I'm afraid if you don't keep up with some of these servers that you run, everyone seems to get a little bit annoyed real quick. How are you still thirsty when you've got a bucket of water in you? I think there's a bug with that with the animals by the look of it. I think I'm going to have to park my bear in the water. Bleh. Because he's apparently looking extremely thirsty. Come on, Jack, down in the water. Fix the thirsty problem straight away. I'm going to stay in the water for a while. They don't drown, which is a good thing. There we go. Extremely thirsty? Not anymore. And hopefully that gurgling sound doesn't mean I'm going to shit myself again. No, that's all dirt. We don't dirt, we want clay. So you dig clay up as well as you can actually get clay by finding the by finding the nodes, just as you would do with the rock nodes and stuff like that. There's actually clay ones as well, but I don't know how rare that is. I've only ever seen one. It might be because I'm not really looking that hard. I was around the edge of the water. What I might do is I might grab the bear, ep4 and start eating some stuff, and have a look around the edges of the water to see if I can find another one. See how rare they actually are. Judging by what I've had a look at as far as Australia goes too, subject is that a lot of people are complaining about losing a lot of frames with 4K as well because the upload limit. Not sure if that's all true or not, but I thought that was enough for me to sort of go, well, no, if that's the only complaint you're going to have, there's no sense in me having it yet until they upgrade the speed of the internet. I've got optical to the wall here, so I'm pretty fast, but I can't equate such an expensive card if it's going to be a sort of, might work. But I'm not looking for a capture card at the moment. I am come across one at the right price. Yeah, absolutely, man. Just keep hunting. There's plenty of them out there at the right price. It's a matter of being patient enough to find one. That's unfortunately my trait. I don't have the patience to do that. I just run off and get it. And I was actually just quite lucky to be in the right place at the right time. Well, a relative to be in the right place at the right time. There's a guy at a very northern part of Adelaide selling one of the HT60 Pros for $100 clear. So I was really happy with that, because everywhere else I looked, everyone wanted 100, 150 for it. No one wanted to move on the price. And I think Dubai's just under $300, so I was pretty happy with that. Not that I'm, at this point in time, until I manipulate it a little bit more, happy with the results, outside of streaming like this seamlessly, because the compression's now been handled by the HD60 as opposed to the main PC. So that's a nice thing. But if I can't change that frame size or that resolution size, I'm going to be in 2 months of whether to keep it going in there or not, because I didn't have too much trouble with frame droppage without it. The machine I'm running is quite powerful, so I'm not that worried too much about losing or having a machine that's not really able to handle it in the first place. It's more along the lines that I'm, happier if I can do all of that and have the Elgato switch between 640, 480 to 1080. That would be a different story. But seeing how it doesn't do that at this point in time, it's just left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. We'll see how we go. As I said before, I haven't had a chance to play with it. Now I've got the Easter holidays and weekend. I might have a chance to actually sit down and have a look at my own PC. It's a bit like the mechanic's car, I work on these things 24/7, as you know, and I come back home and I don't want to work on my own PC. I just want to have it for recreation. I don't want to have to do what I do at work. But after a while, I think about 2 or 3 days into any kind of holiday, I tend to get really bored because I'm so used to messing with technology and using my grey matter more than just sitting around. So one would hope I may be able to get it to play ball. 151, 152, so let's go to our kiln. See how we're going with the ore, because if we've still got ore in there, we will change them around. Oh, bloody trees are spawning everywhere. Change it around to some bricks. Let that go through, because that's going to be another stack of 4 in a minute. There we are. Do that. Just going to drop these out. I think you can make this pretty quickly. Yeah, you can. Much quicker than the ore. I still will stream at 1080, but I want to have native 4K. Yep. Let's connect everything. Yeah, cool. Mate, if you can afford to do it, absolutely, for sure. I'd only be jelly, mate. But at this point in time, I'm not really convinced that it's a good investment. Judging on how much fun I'm having with why isn't that making it into the thing? Into bricks. Am I missing an ingredient? No, I'm not. 5 clay makes 1 brick. Well, it hasn't let go of 1 brick yet. There we are. Oh yeah, 1, 2. A little bit of a delay, maybe a bit of server lag. Yeah. You're like me, you put all this stuff out, you get all this gear, you're like, oh, hang on for a minute, the bank's looking a bit sore. Might just save for a little while. Just got a new mic, headphones and mixer, nice. What did you end up getting? Like a Blue Yeti, or you're still doing the headset? Get rid of that one as well. Put those two together. There we go. That should be plenty of room for making the bricks. Nothing worse than going up there and letting it go and not having the space to put the bricks in. It never finishes casting, which is pretty annoying when you go back there after half an hour and realise you've got nowhere to cast to, and it's just been sitting there waiting for you to move it. I have to say, it's pretty damn annoying. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look at our inventory. We're going to get rid of those because we've got a stockpile of them. Or is it this one, I think? That's not. I always seem to pick the wrong one. Because you would imagine iron would be more copperier than copper. Less copperier than copper. I don't know what I'm saying here. Let's drop all that in there, give ourselves a bit of weight. Alright, let's go get the bear. Let's go for a bit of a run around the edge of the... Oh, never had to steer it. It's a weird one. You've got to actually turn it with your cursor keys and look with your mouse. I'm sure it's just a matter of getting used to it. You can go pretty fast too, a bit like a horse. I had a horse. Nice if we could attack that, but we can't. 6. Can I use that at the same time? I can. Where'd it go? I don't have any darts, do I? Oopsie days, I left my darts at home. Oh, shit. That's another bear. Hurting my bear. Is that where he got to? He got eaten by another bear. What we're going to do here is we're going to go for a bit of a swim, because I don't think these bears go too far unless you push them out there. Where is he? There he is. No, doesn't like going in the water, which is interesting. I think originally a real bear will go out into the water after you. Pretty sure. Do I get another bear? I could do that if I go get the darts. I should get the darts anyway. Yamaha mixer, where are we? Oh, Rode, nice man. You got the Australian version. I found out afterwards that's the case. Silly me, being a radio announcer and stuff. They have all Rode equipment there at the station, and I'm sitting there going, "What if this Rode is? Is it American?" And then I found out through another streamer that it's Australian made. All the Rode equipment. The Yamaha mixer, yeah, I had one of those. Yamaha 8-track mixer on a 4-track mixer. Not sure how you work that out. It's got 8 channels. That's right. We're going to get some. Oh, is it that bear coming back around here now? I've gotten on land. Is he smart enough to go around or not? She wouldn't have seen me. How can he be smart enough? Let's get back here. You're supposed to protect me too, Jaffa. I don't know what level that bear was. I'll tell you what, I wonder if you can get female ones and male ones together and make baby bears. That'll be fun. Surely they'll have that in mind later. Where's my darts? Oh, I've only got like 15 darts, have I? Yeah, I have to make some more. Well, actually, I'm not going to make any more. Darts. I need to have more poppies. I don't have enough poppies to do that. I'm going to go buy some. Since I've got a bit of cash. Now put that gem through. Darts. Make sure it's darts this time. I bought a heap of arrows before. I'm not going to use them at all. Let's go about 50. I can, however, make this if I go collect more poppies, but just easy to buy them. I didn't know that. No, nor did I. It was weird. It's like, oh my god, what am I doing buying Blue Yeti from whoever flung dung that's come from, and it's Rhodes Australian made. Yeah, the mixer. I've got all the extra options and features, so I'm ready. Looking forward to getting back on stream. So am I, mate. I'm waiting for you to get back on stream too. Can you relate to this bear in the game? Can you relate to it? No, it's not. I don't think we've got any bears as a relative. We'll have a look at how much money have I got? 42 bucks. I should be able to get some decent foodstuffs for him. Because he's getting a bit hungry. Should I get him a couple of chickens? They're cheaper than the... What's the name, aren't they? Than the beef, the raw meat. I received that, thank you. Can I ship that over? Thank you. you can relate to the bear. I'll read it right this time. You can relate to the bear in the game. Be interesting to know whether you can actually multiply the bears in the game if you get a female and a male together. I don't know whether you can. I read it somewhere where you can, but I think it might have been just an arc for them, not a heat for them. Can't be 100% sure, honestly. Come on, give me the sorry, give me the meat so I can go feed my bear. No, I don't think you can. Someone's been watching way too much Super Troopers, I think. If you haven't seen Super Troopers, I guarantee you go and watch that if you got that kind of humour. Now, let's go back where we were. So before we do that, we have to get off, don't we? We can't feed him while you're on it, which is a bit strange. Have some chicken here. Have some chicken. There you go, buddy. Be helping you. Let's go. So we get this other bear stuck up because they sort of get stuck after they get out of the water. They're not sure what to do. There he is. He's still there working it out. Get another bear, you reckon? I think it might be a friend of his. I'm not sure about the drop on this. Is it direct? Let's try direct. No, it's a drop. Let's put it on there. No, a bit closer. Let's go for a swim. Just keep it English, bud. Don't know what you're saying. Morel, or whatever it is. It's an English channel. What's he doing? Looks like he's digging a hole. And he also looks like he's coming at me. If I steer properly, I'll be alright. It's like Jaws. Jaws the bear. Right, turn the corner a bit more. There he is, right over there. I think of actually hitting him. Usually you'll get a little grey thing come up. Come back when you can speak English, buddy. I'm not sure where those are going. They don't seem to be going over him or under him. They just don't seem to be hitting the target. Not that I'm out here to get a bear. Although if I get him, I'll get some good stuff from him, I think. I've no idea what you're talking about. I think you're right click. It's supposed to. I thought you right click is supposed to be able to follow. Yeah, there we are. Just in front of him. Ah, okay, that works. little bit unrealistic, but at least you know where it goes. I think I got him with a paw. Actually got one hell of a rainbow effect. There we go. Doesn't stay where you shot last. That's a bit annoying. Nearly out. That's got to get him. There he goes. Go potato one. I aim for pip. Don't know what that is. An aim for pip. So you're, I'm going to say a male, and you're a male. That means we get a fair bit of stuff off you. Or maybe not. Does that wake him up? Oh, yeah, there you go. Learn something new in the game all the time. Unlike in Ark, you can actually kill them while they're asleep. Can't do that here. Okay. So I need to use a bow and arrow for that, obviously. Doesn't work that way. Okay. He's not real happy. He didn't check out what level he was. Maybe we'll go back and make ourselves a bow and arrow. Do I need to make one in here? Weapons. Shooting with a gun. Haven't made a gun yet. No, I can make one already. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed I woke him up by hitting with a tool. Is he still following me? No. I've got some arrows already. Oh. Ah, damn little. Server's down. Might be all I'll be have time for tonight, guys. This happens every now and then, and I don't know why. I have to find out from the guys that have provided the server. Find out what's going on. A gruesome sort of a loading screen, this one. Bit of a fight. Looks like that is the end of that. The other thing I had a question for, I think, mainly is why the game actually has, oh look at that, bit of a green screen issue there. Why the game has a lag issue. It shouldn't have a lag issue. It's supposed to be in Sydney, of all things. Let's change this cam over with its filters. Stop that horrible green screeny problem. It's like a marriage between the two there. Either I lose a bit of the green screen or I lose a bit of myself. More in, there we go. There we go. That look alright? Close that off. There we go. Still a little bit, it's a bit rolly. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Also, I filtered that before. A little bit, you can see a cycle there, I think. Not sure. Yeah, early access. I believe late January, if I'm not mistaken. the last update was the end of March. But if you were to buy it, it should say how when it was released, I think, isn't it? H-E-A-T. Yeah, late January, 31st of January. So it's not bad for a game that's to start it. But I have been aware for a while now, being published by Kodak. I believe they've done a couple of them like this. The Reign of Kings. And that's only $14 as well, so that's really cheap. I haven't looked at it though. It looks very similar the way the build is and stuff. It doesn't build like that, which is weird. Looks like your Kings and your MMO it. You blow walls up and whatever else. Looks like a first-person version of Age of Empires or something. Anyway, I'll switch over to it. Sorry, you're not even looking at it. Go back over. Yeah, so it's made by these guys. Now, these guys have had this game since 2015, which is Code Hack. I should wind that for you because I missed most of that. If it's going to let me. There we go. So yes, looks like, go a bit further. Looks like castles and whatnot. There we go. Looks interesting. So you got like the person's ability there on the right side of damage and stuff like that. They do emphasise pretty heavily in this game how much multiplayer is in it. Bit of sound to it, not too much. There we go. So they've got a bit of, these guys got a bit of background in building and multiplayer, and a bit of core by the look of it. So it's not like it's the first time they've played it or made a game, unlike the other two that we've been playing before. Oh my god! Before this, I was playing. What was it? Outlaws of the Old West.
During the course of this video,
that's not bad.
We're going to show you
and again, that's also early access. It just updated again. It seems to have an update every month.
In Reign of Kings, you become washed up on an island, not knowing where you are.
Here we go.
You must then hunt for food, gather resources, build a base, and try to survive in a harsh medieval environment.
It's a little bit better graphically than this one. This is looking at a very sort of blocky version of it. The builds don't happen like that. It's like a fill-up thing. It's almost a bit Minecrafty. So it's heavily polished compared to this one.
Our resource system.
So maybe they stopped it. They stopped supporting it. I don't know.
We also have a very deep crafting system within the game, which allows you to craft and upgrade different workstations in order to advance your knowledge.
Yep, that's the same in the other one. Not in the same menu system, but each individual thing you make in Heat, you can upgrade it to like a third tier, superior and ultimate sort of a thing.
Systems were inspired by chivalry.
And that is a lot of them. Like, let's say for instance the kiln. No, not the kiln. That's a bad example. The sawmill. If you upgrade that, first time you do it, you can only put 3, or basically 2 stacks of wood in it, and then on the third slot's enough to be able to put the produced timber. And then you go up to the next level and it puts out 5, so you can put in 4 bits of timber and have the 5th one produce, and that knocks out all 4 of them at the once as well, not just one at a time, which is good. So you hit 4 at a time every time it fills up. And I haven't had enough money yet to make the next one up, but I'm going to guess that's going to be more slots again, and possibly something else you can build with it, like maybe some sort of slat wall or whatever. Because at the start of the game, unlike this one, looks very sort of medieval, doesn't it? Pop out of this. The start of the game in Heat, you see that you can take over America It's a lot more polished than that one. So here we are. This is actually still the game. It's in game. So you start off like I did here, which is where I'm at out there. You can make the houses and so forth. So it's much better polished. You can have children. You can either have a wife or elude another player that's a female and give them roses and all sorts of stuff and have a baby. Or you can adopt a baby, and you can steal a baby if no one actually claims it once they've had it. So you can see it's very multiplayer. I'd have to say you'd have to be playing this for quite a while to get to this level, because the amount of times you would have got raided just doing what I'm doing would be astronomical if they're ahead of you, as opposed to just being looking for bears. The graphics are a lot better in this one here. It'd be even magical if it was 4K, but we're not complaining. It's a pretty long entry actually, this one. It's quite a good one, it got me. See, he's having a cigarette. Not really agreeable to me, but you know, I guess that's all part of the Old West, where the Indians brought that onto the Westerners. So there's a bit of Subject Mayhem standing there in his early days. Building his house, which is what I've got now, that little house. Starting a family, so you can have relations with your girl, and you can have the baby. I tell you what, that whip's pretty lethal by the look of it. He's got a lot of stockpiles there. Obviously that's a farming one, which is what I want to do. Just be able to farm lots of stuff and become wealthy. That's a lot of timber mills. So he's doing the garden. I did that before too. That's really, really worth it. You get a lot of money out of gardening. So I'm guessing endgame, when you've got a lot of money up and you've bought a whole bunch of stuff and you've been able to make the rivals, and he's riding the bear, you could go in and take the president and actually earn to own the country. And you can mourn things as well. That's what he's doing there. You just go up to him and you get the option in the middle of the screen by pressing M, I think it is, for mourn. So you can build these houses, apparently. Unless he's just going, I think he's going in to take over office. Yeah, it is a pretty full-on game. My service capital is taking 10 people at the moment, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be very stable. I might make my own up at work. It doesn't seem like a very difficult one to make as far as servers go. Probably about the same as Ark, I'd say. The Washington's in there. A monument happening. You can run through the grass, and I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Run through the grass in the Nud. I haven't even been down this end. This is all on the coast. It's interesting what it's like over there into the actual game with the waterfalls and the coastline. Whether you get sharks and stuff, I don't know. Pretty eerie place. Like even the ants on the ground, look at that. They've done well there. That's a lot more polished than the other one. This is all sort of like more of the atmospheric, I think, version of the appearance of the game. So it's very green hellish, but incredibly dense forests. And a lot to add to it. I could do so much more. Nothing in the water yet that I've seen. Unless, like I said, on the coastline there's sharks or something in the main sea. But it's a huge map. And apparently stretches over quite a few biomes as well. From ice to water like this to forest, I think it is, and desert. But anyway, definitely, I think it's definitely worth it. It's just a matter of how often they'll get on top of their updates, I think. Mainly because I've been playing it for the last month and I haven't seen an update yet. But again, it's only just been released in January. So whether they've got like biannually or it's going to be every quarter of the year or something like that, or they might be busy with something else, I don't know. But yeah, Code AC. Or is it supposed to be a K, that middle one? I don't know. So very interesting. The other one I've been playing just lately also, which is not too bad. I've just had another update for it. This one here, which another colleague that I know that's doing. This one also is a fairly new one too, I think. Yeah, 12th of March. That's only just sort of come out last month. The other one, which I chat to a friend with, I can't remember the name, so I'm going to go back to the chat. Where is Trevor? This one here. I'm not sure if you've seen this one either. I haven't seen it, and I think it's been around for a while. The Substance. I don't think I've seen the trailer for this. I don't think it looks as polished, but the gameplay looks interesting. Bear look pretty much the same. A little glitchy. When's this one brought out? Oh, it's a couple of years ago, October 2016. Another survival, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a survival. Another couple of different biomes by the look of it. Only downside to it all, Mayhem, is it's not VR. Still, the only VR game is Forests so far that's half decent. Being able to do survival on anyway. I've seen some guys playing this. I don't know whether you've seen Big Tex or not. He's been playing these for a while. He's a laugh to watch. And it's just all this random stuff lying around. Made a house. It's got a fridge in it and all sorts of stuff. I'm not really sure what this is meant to be based around. It's obviously not Old West. Because that gun looks pretty new. Pretty cheap. Don't know, it doesn't really strike much for me, being that it's not as well polished. It's the last engine. It looks like a game that was made back in 2015. 2-3 years ago. But then again, so was Forest and so was Subnautica. They looked a lot more polished than this. But the gameplay was what stood out the most with those. The sustainability. There we go, he's building some. Looks like he's building a house with a number pad. Cold store base. Not sure what that is. That must be some sort of fabricator. One wall and a floor. What is that? See, that looks like a nightstick from a party. Okay, so they've got their flooring system, wall system set up. Yeah, shotgun does the job. Little generator. Yeah, definitely not in the Old West. Especially with that fridge. It's like mid-70s, I think. Doo -doo. You've got planting, obviously you can do some gardens in it. Interesting looking house in the middle of nowhere. Some furniture, electricity. What the hell is that? A refinery. Oh, you can upgrade your weapons with it. Interesting. You upgrade your shoes to metal feet? No. Oh yeah, so this one does have bandits as well, NPC bandits. But by the look of some of the guys in the Heat forums talking about too, they were talking about how the game designers are looking to bring out NPC bandits as well. I haven't seen any since I've been playing it, so I'm going to go with they haven't introduced them yet. It's just wildlife for now, and just being able to farm or sandbox for a while. That's been pretty interesting stuff. So there's just been another update to Outlaws, so I might have a quick peek at that, see how that's changed the game. But other than that, the Heat game still, I think it'll be interesting in that for a while until I get to a point where I can't do much else and I'm superior to everything. You know, like what you do in most of the survivals. So we'll see how that all goes. But anyway, we are nearly at the end of the other thing too. Subject with the DSLR, it didn't come with the battery eliminator. It came with a real natural battery, like a lithium polymer. So it only really has 2 hours worth of life in it, and I'm travelling close to 1.5 hours. So before that ends, I'll just go blank. I've got it on order. It'll be in, unfortunately, because of the long weekend and everything else, I think it's the 3rd of May by the time I'll get it, 3rd or 15th of May between then. And then I could run the Nikon as long as I want to, but at this stage it's only running on the battery. So at that, having said all that, I think we will call it a night and we will move on. I think I'll just have a look quickly what the Outlaws update's done with off stream. see if that's worth really pursuing. Yeah, we will catch up with everybody next time. Yes, I've been doing 2 hours the last 2 or 3 nights. I'd like to do a bit more, especially during the Easter break, but unfortunately I just can't do it with that poor little camera. I'm not going to go back to the other camera. I'm not sure if where I even put it to, but maybe I do 2 or 3 hour ones a day, but it all comes down to family and stuff as well. So, and my youngest today, but it's why I feel old. I've got 4 kids. The youngest today got her learners. So you can imagine what I'm going to be getting up to and how much nervousness I'm going to be going through in the next few days to getting her on the road. So that was fun, getting her past this afternoon down at Murray Bridge. So she's excited to get behind the wheel and have a go, although nervous as well. So the last one. So all of my children drive. So now I feel old. I feel old before, now I feel old. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Good to see a subject, and everybody else that's come along here that I hadn't said hello to. If I've missed you, sorry about that. I will catch you in due time. Switch back over to this. We will be on again, hopefully around the same time tomorrow. I'm looking to try and run a window between 9 and 11 subject our time, PM, if possible. Otherwise, just keep an eye out. We'll be online fairly soon. Have a look more about this Heat game. I think you'd really like it. I know what sort of games you usually would play. This one here might be a good one just to play around with while you're waiting for things to arrive, just by yourself. You don't have to have it streamed. Just have a bit of a play around with it. It's actually not too bad. So being at $28, it's not like the you're selling a farm to get it either. So all right, mate. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys again very soon.